Once again, good evening everyone. Good evening. It's a lovely Friday evening. It's July 4 on this side of the world. This is the Office Ninja Podcast live streaming recording, and we're currently recording via TikTok for episode 2. Episode 2 na tayo. By the way guys, all the episodes plus the normal version of the podcast are available in Spotify via the Office Ninja Podcast. And we're also available in YouTube via the Office Ninja channel. For episode 2, our topic is boss ko past midnight nang mag-message or minsan rest day. Okay lang ba yon? I'm not sure kung ilan dito sa inyo ang naka-experience na nito na kahit na rest day or kahit na this oras na ng gabi, nakaka-receive pa rin sila ng mga messages sa kanilang mga boss or co-workers. So, okay lang ba yon? Is this something acceptable? Is this something normal in the work setting? Is this something that should be tolerated? Or is this something na pwede kang mag-stand up and say, no, sorry, this is something that is not for me. Sabi dito, 12 a.m., nagva-vibe ka na for Netflix, or worst case, patulog ka na, baka nagbibilang ka na ng sheep, tapos biglang, ding! May message. Sabi ni boss, asa na yung update? Sasagot ka ba? Or titiisin mo na lang? Magne-Netflix ka pa ba? Or bubuksan mo na yung laptop mo or desktop mo kasi sasagot ka na ng email? Once again, good evening to everyone. Ang ang message sender natin was from the Facebook. Ang name niya is Lady in Red. Sabi dito, hi Office Ninja. Si boss ko laging nagchat-chat ng kahit alanganing oras or kahit Sunday. Feeling ko required sumagot. Nakakatakot namang sabihan siya what to do. So yan guys, yan yung problema ni Lady in Red. So paano ba natin siya susolusyonan or ano ang take natin or paano ba natin siya pwedeng matulungan? For our first prompt, ang sabi dito sa notes ko, ano ba yung pinakatamang oras para mag-message sa work? Well, for this particular prompt, ang first comment ko dito is depende sa work culture na meron ang workplace ninyo, yung company nyo. Fortunately for some and unfortunately for others, culture plays a vital role sa pinag-uusapan natin. Primarily because, paano ba yung mga tao sa workplace mo? Workaholic ba? Ganito ba yung kalakaran nila na everyone is really grinding regardless of the hours? Regardless kung office hours pa or hindi. Bakit importante ito? Kasi you will be like a sore thumb. You will literally stick out of the organization. Lalabas ka sa department mo at makikita ka nila only because you're doing otherwise. Lahat sila pakaliwa, ikaw naman didesisyonan mong mag-kanan. This is very difficult to find out, meaning yung work culture. Kapag nag-a-apply ka, minsan wala kang visibility. Ano ba yung work culture na dinadatnan mo? For some, kahit natapos na yung probationary period nila, it may take them some more years to completely grasp and understand what the workplace culture is all about, particularly sa drive ng mga tao sa work. However, I just want to emphasize na ito yung importance talaga na nire-research mo na yung organization or nire-research mo na yung company. And at the same time, kahit probationary employee ka, please take note, we are on the similar footing, meaning meron ka ring power. Yes, probie ka, pero remember, you also have the power to decide if gusto mong ma-regular. If based on your observation, if based on how you were treated, how you see the people dynamics at the workplace, kung this is the organization you eventually want to belong. So, yun. Oy, hello po sa mga nandyan sa live ho natin. Hi EBG, hi Good Samaritan. Guys, we're recording our episode 2 of the Office Ninja Podcast live streaming. So, stay put lang kayo dyan or later on siguro kung meron kayong gustong itanong or gusto nyo mag-participate, just let me know. Shift natin yung discussion ngayon. Kaya mo bang maging kakaiba? As mentioned earlier, no? Kaya mo bang maging sore thumb? Sabi ko kanina. Or better yet, can you tell your coworkers or superior na mahihirapan ka talaga? For your case, it will be very difficult for you to be available for any work-related transactions or communication after 5 o'clock or after your normal working hours. If yes ang sagot mo, then I'm all for it. Go. If not, then maybe establishing clear boundaries would be key. Baka yun yung totoong kailangan mo. Basta lagi mo lang isipin or i-gauge ano yung dadatnan mo sa workplace or ano yung dinadatnan mo sa workplace. Especially, of course, I'm not trying to box people, pero in reality, lalo na iba't ibang generations na ngayon ang nasa workplace, you cannot help but anticipate na yung older generations in the workplace, I'm talking about siguro yung mga older millennials up, they may be the generation where ang concept nila ng work is grind talaga. Binanggit ko na to kanina na tipong sa kanila, parang badge of honor yung nagsistay ng late sa work, badge of honor yung lagi kang available, sign of commitment sa work, and sign of reliability yung tipong kahit na anong araw, anong oras, sumasagot ka kapag merong tanong para sa work. So, kaya mo bang ma-accept yung ganong setup? Kasi kung yes ang sagot, de go. Pero please take note, speaking up and standing up to what you believe is applicable sa'yo may backfire in the future. Baka ma-view ka nga na yun, unreliable, may limitations, or worst case, pwede kang ma-view na parang nangungwenta sa work. Siguro sumasagi sa isip nyo ngayon, is that fair? Fair ba yun? Tama ba yun na ganun ang magiging kalalabasan kapag nag-speak up ka? Is it fair? I would say no, but it's the reality nonetheless. Nangyayari siya eh. It would be very difficult if not impossible to make people change their perspectives. Lalo na kung hardly held. Hardly held? Tama ba yung grammar ko? Ang tawag mo doon? Yung pinanghahawakan nila ng mahigpit na mga beliefs and workplace principles. Ang hirap baliin nun. So, instead, lahat ng not conforming doon sa alam nilang tama or expected sa workplace, syempre, you cannot help but be judged doon sa parameters na meron sila. Sabi ko to sa isang live stream na inatenan ko or sinasalihan ko, we can only influence people, but evolving, maturing, and changing their mindsets will be entirely up to them. From our end, we just need to be cautious and aware of the plus and minuses which may result from our actions. So, going back sa question, ano ba yung tamang oras? I was able to experience a boss before. I would say considerate siya kasi pangkalahatan. Basta tapos na ang office hours, nag-clock out ka na, wala ka nang marireceive na kahit anong communication from him that is work-related. This particular boss really embodies yung work-life balance. He understands yung situation where people also have different lives after work. Meron naman din ako na-encounter na boss where meron siyang pa-caveat. Ano yun? Sasabihin niya, say for example, ako yung kino-communicate niya, no? Nasasabihin niya, Von, I'm just sending you this message so that it will, I can flash it out from my to-do list, but you may reply to this when you're back at work tomorrow. So, anong ibig ko sabihin? Kasi totoo naman, di ba? Lalo na kung Kunyari ako yung boss. Hi Michael, magandang gabi. Good evening sa'yo at salamat sa pagtatap-tap at pagpunta sa live. So say for example, ako, ang talagang drive ko mag-work hanggang wee hours kaya ko. For this particular boss, hindi niya dinadamay yung ibang tao. So kung ako, go pa ako sa work, meron akong listahang pinupuno or kinokompleto para sa ganoon ma-flash out ko. Kunyari, item number 11 is Von. Baka kasi makalimutan mo pa siya bukas, i-email ko na ngayon. Pero the expectation is makakakuha na ako ng reply bukas. So at least with this type of mindset or with this type of leader, we're able to solve yung earlier concern natin na baka mami-misinterpret ba ako if I do otherwise. With this particular boss, hindi. Kasi this particular boss understands. This is my work style, this is my grind. I will not impose it also with other people. And then, meron namang isa pang boss na ang message niya, ibang phrasing. Ganito siya. Von, if you're online now, I would appreciate a reply. Otherwise, it's okay to give me a feedback tomorrow. So, nakita niyo siya parang because of the choice of words, nabibigyan ako ngayon ng idea na, uy, mukhang importante ito ah. This may be a communication that is urgently needed now sa parameters ni boss kasi kapag daw online ako, sagot sana ako. Pero pag hindi, okay lang. So, ibig sabihin, may be urgent but not as critical as kailangan nauna na sumagot. So, anong ibig ko sabihin? If you're a leader and you're communicating to your teammates this way, at least dun sa last two examples that I gave, I think you will also help build that culture of accountability, meaning, hey guys, if I need your help, I hope you answer. But for non-urgent matters, you can answer to the following day na, or kung weekend ito, the following work day na available. So nakita niyo yung difference. Sa panahon ngayon, especially if boss ka naman, ang sinasabi ko is let's be considerate. We don't know the entirety of the lives of our people. Sabi ko nga kanina, may nangyayari or may kaganapan pa yung mga yan after 5 p.m. So let's be sensitive, especially if there are fathers or mothers. May mga obligations pa yung mga yan. They take on another role when they leave the office. Hi John Mark, good evening once again sa inyo. Shoutout po sa mga nanonood ng live natin. Binanggit ko kanina na ang mga fathers or mothers would have additional roles, no? When they go out of the office. But please, this does not also mean na ang mga single naman ang i-overstretch natin. Basically, what we're trying to say is dipping our fingers in the after office hours ng mga workers natin may not be a sustainable approach as a leader. Wag naman nating i-abuse. Sa atin namang mga workers, if hindi naman palagi yung ganitong pagko-communicate sa atin ng mga boss natin, I would suggest na sumagot naman tayo. Hi Ray Marie Belez. Good evening sa inyo. Bakit? Kasi I believe I've been to both sides already. Currently, I'm holding a leadership role and promise, walang boss ang gustong mang-abala after your normal working hours. So, ang sinasabi ko lang, highly likely kapag nag-reach out sa'yo ang boss mo only because kailangan or nagbabaka sakali siya that you can answer kung ano man yung tanong niya. Hi Royeth Abogado, hello po. Hello sa 10 viewers natin na nandito sa live. Guys, patap-tap na lang ng screen. Nakikita kayo sa live recording natin. So, I would appreciate it if you would tap the screen. Salamat po. Pero syempre kapag may upfront disregard na sa personal space and time mo, say for example, rest day, linggong-linggo, tapos kinukulit ka ng boss mo na parang, ay, grabe. Ayun, iba na yung usapan doon. If you're constantly experiencing itong barrage ng I would say inconsiderate communication attempts, then maybe this is high time that you check kung this is the setup that you want to have in the longer run. May mga nag-mute na ba sa inyo, sa mga boss nyo? Yung mga nag-mute na ba sa inyo? Yung tipong naka-receive ka ng message sa boss mo tapos hindi mo sinagot or minute mo siya. Or ano ba ngayon? Long press para sa Messenger, long press para sa GC. Pag naka-Viber ka naman, naka-Viber Premium ka. Ayan, may comment si Ivan, GC mute. Ivan, taga-South ka ba? May tumutulong sa aking malaman kung sino ka. So, kung taga-South ka, hello sa'yo. Nag-mute ka sa GC. Ayan, yung iba, anong ginagawa? Kathleya, Miel Medina, hello po. Lo-fi, hello. May mga nag-mute na ba sa mga boss nila? Or yung long press technique yun, di ba sa Messenger, long press para mabasa mo without necessarily showing. So, ayun. Uy, nag-jump na tayo to 110. Ano take mo? Maraming nag-resign sa isang company. Maraming reasons. Maraming reasons sa resignation ng mga employees. Although, particularly, say for example, sa industry kinabibilangan ko ngayon, mahirap mag-compete sa offshore. And for some reason, say for example, yung industry kinabibilangan ko ngayon, napaka-natural sa mga employees ang mag-explore ng offshore opportunities. Pero ang sabi ko nga sa mga ilan na nakausap ko related to this, hindi dapat ipagpalit ang dignity sa ang tawag dito sa opportunity. Anong ibig ko sabihin? You can always separate properly. You can always leave an organization but professionally. Dapat wala kang aaragabyaduhin. Kasi kunyari sa amin, merong training bond So ako personally, I honor that not because I'm in HR, but only because it reflects the type of person that I am. 'Di ba? Sa akin kasi the way I'm looking at it, pandudugas 'yon. Pinagkatiwalaan ako, I was invested with by the organization. The least that I can do is repay it back by the service na pinirmahan ko. Okay. The good thing about technology now is there are ways to be creative. There are ways para mabasa mo yung message. And this becomes important kasi, in a way, malilevel yung playing field. What may be important to your boss may not be as important sa'yo. Kapag hindi mo binuksan yung message, hindi mo malalaman. Pero with the technology now, sabi ko nga, long press, or kung naka-Viber Premium ka. Kunyari ako, naka-Viber Premium ako. Hindi makikita ng kausap ko na nasin ko na. Pero ako, nakikita ko lahat. So, anong advantage nun? Now, you're on the equal level playing field na madidecide mo na rin ngayon, importante ba to? Or worst case, hindi ko masasagot yan, boss, kasi hindi lang ako may hawak ng info. May kailangan pa akong tanungin. This oras na ng gabi. Make sure lang na consistent ka. Anong ibig ko sabihin? Kasi baka nga offline ka sa group chat, online ka naman sa ibang platform, nakikita yon yung green na ilaw, di ba? So, for dynamics, for professionalism, maging consistent ka lang. Kasi otherwise, baka, pag-isipan ka ng boss mo, or pag-isipan ka ng coworker mo, hindi siya sumasagot, hindi siya nagsisin, pero pag tinignan ko naman siya sa WhatsApp, typing, so ibig sabihin, active ka. Na-realize niya. Hello po sa 162 viewers natin ngayong gabi. Salamat sa pag-join ng live recording po natin. This way, maiiwasan yung mga awkwardness. Matutulungan mong ma-decide sa boss mo na, oy, ganito yung hinihingi mo pero kakayanin ko ba? Or itong hinihingi mo, hindi ko siya mabibigay ng ganun lang kasi wala ko sa office. Next question natin. Okay lang bang mag-reply kinabukasan o parang bastos? Again, i-emphasize ko dito yung work culture. Ano ba yung kalakaran sa work? Kasi kung ang kalakaran sa work mo is pag nagtanong kailangan agad ng sagot or critical siya, then kailangan mo sumagot. Second, palagi bang ganito yung setup o hindi naman? Also, you need to learn how to manage your boss. Again, walang masamang iset ang limits, basta ready tayo sa potential drawbacks or reaction ng boss natin. After all, there are many ways to show that you are a reliable team member. Be mature enough to also accept that you may need to reply, especially on this instance. So guys, ipapauna ko na. Kanina sinasabi ko yung mga excuses or ano yung acceptable reasons para hindi sumagot or hindi makasagot or hindi piliing sumagot. But on the following instance that I will mention, ito kailangan mong sumagot. Bakit? 1. Ikaw lang talaga ang may alam ng information. So, anong ibig kong sabihin dito? Siyempre, kung ikaw lang information, ikaw lang ang source ng information, walang ibang marerely on ang mga boss. So, kailangan mong sumagot. I mean, you owe it to your organization, to your department, lalo na kung importante. Second, if there's a critical decision that will be made from what is asked of you. Anong ibig kong sabihin? Kung meron silang kailangan desisyon ng critical or ibang departments para sa sagot mo, di ba? Next or third, na kailangan mong sumagot talaga. Kapag may dapat i-correct na ikaw naman yung nagkamali. Anong ibig ko sabihin? Say for example, meron ka sinubmit na report, buzzer beater, 5 o'clock mo sinubmit, naka-meeting si boss. So hindi ka niya makokomentan. Pagdating ng 10 o'clock, dun pa lang niya binabasa at may nakita siyang mali. Meron siyang tinatanong sa iyo ngayon na tama ba yung data sa row 32, column 11 nung spreadsheet natin? Again, depende kung gaano ka-importante yung report at pag nakita mo naman at alam mo naman na importante yung feedback, I think it's but professional and mature to answer. Pero syempre, sasabihin mo, hi Gare, tawag dito, ang dali sabihin na kasalanan ko ba yan, naka-meeting siya, hindi niya agad nabasa. Again, lagi ba? Kasi kung hindi naman lagi, di ba, hindi ka bawasan sa'yo kung sasagot ka. Kasi ikaw lang ang makakasagot nung kailangan niya. Guys, pasensya po, hindi ko na siya shoutout lahat ha, but yes, anyway. Guys, quick roll call nga tayo. Yan, para makapagpahinga akong konti. Salamat sa follow. Quick roll call. Patype naman, saan kayong lugar ngayon? Anong lugar ninyo? Para lang may idea tayo kung nasaan ang mga viewers natin ngayong gabi. Patype naman ng location ninyo. Saan kayo nakatira? Saan kayo nanonood ng live ngayon? Yun, si CJ is from Camarines Norte. Si Ivan ay nasa Iran daw. Si Lay ay nasa Pepsi. Lay, ba't nandiyan ka pa? Anong oras na? Alas panggabi ka. Pepsi San Fernando. Nasaan po kayo? Patype naman. Para lang quick roll call lang kung nasaan kayo. I'm located now in Clark Troy, in Angeles. So nasa Angeles ako ngayon. Samuel Soriano, salamat sa follow. Maraming salamat. Nueva Ecija from Temporary Edition. Bangar po. Saan yun? Maya Pabengi. Napahaba ang management review. Maraming salamat. Sir Betes. Shoutout sa'yo. Ayan. Tagasan pa kayo guys. Patype naman. 107 tayo. La Union from Carlo. Dexter Diaz is from Pampanga. Shoutout daw kay Sophia. Yan. Nag-greet muna tayo. Jeyo Chamelo. Salamat sa pag-follow. Tagaytay from Kuya ni Nathan. Sir Bets Bulacan. Para nag-iba ka ng lugar. Abrili is from Agusan. Davao City, meron din tayo. Yun, salamat guys sa pagdalaw sa live natin. We're almost quickly done sa live. Okay, going back to our topic. Sabi dito, okay lang bang mag-reply kinabukasan o parang bastos? Ang sabi ko kanina, well of course, it depends on your work culture. Second, palagi bang ginagawa sa'yo? Kung hindi, then go lang tayo. Again, walang masamang iset ang limits, basta ready tayo sa posibleng mangyari. There are many ways na pwede tayong maging reliable team member and binanggit ko yung 3 na circumstances na kailangan mo talagang sumagot. Okay, nandito na tayo sa Ninja Wisdom part natin. Ang sabi natin dito, ang boundaries, hindi yan kawalan ng respeto. Yan ang tamang paraan ng respeto. Kung hindi mo ituturo paano ka tatratuhin, iba ang magseset ng rules para sa'yo. And I would agree. Since episode 1, sabi ko very, very, very important ang communication, lalo na sa isang workplace setup. When we say respect, ang ibig sabihin nito is you should be able to communicate your intention. Hindi enough na magsabi ka, kailangan maiparating mo yung message na why hindi ka pwede na after work may work-related activities ka pa na ginagawa. If you mean well, explain it properly, with utmost respect, mas malaki yung chance na maiintindihan ng kausap mo kung anong pinanggagalingan mo. Kesa naman yung kinikimkim mo lang, nagmumukmuk ka sa isang sulok, nagdadabog ka, or pinagtitiisan mo, hindi kasalanan nung kabilang panig kung hindi mo naman niya alam. Sinabi natin to from last week, influence the narrative. So very, very, very important yon. Next, ninja wisdom natin. Sabi dito, boundaries don't break relationships, they protect them. You teach others how to treat you by how you respond. So very, very, very important guys na maintindihan natin yung perspective na to. Imagine this like giving the people around you the instruction manual on how to deal ikaw as a coworker. Parang binigyan mo sila ng instruction manual. Do this, do this, do this. Di ba? Mas madali. Hindi tayo nang huhula, hindi tayo read between the lines, hindi tayo nag-a-assume. You will have lesser chances of having those awkward interactions with people. So once again guys, salamat po sa mga nasa live natin. I really appreciate this. Call to action. Nandito ka ba sa sitwasyon na yun ngayon na ang medyo walang boundaries na nasa? Sabi natin dito, ultimately, lahat ng napag-usapan natin so far is our choice. And your choice should be anchored to what you can tolerate. Anong ibig kong sabihin? Kung ganitong trato ang gusto mong ma-receive sa mga kasama mo sa work, then you should start investing on communicating yung limits mo. Now, whether they respect that or not, that's another story. And if they don't respect that, then maybe this is something that you can further think about, decide on. Sabi ko nga kanina, kung ito ba yung workplace na gusto mong meron ka in the longer run. Diba? Kasi syempre, while of course, we're using the workplace to earn a living, ayaw mo rin naman na nasistress ka. More often than not, diba? Mas matagal ka pa sa workplace kesa sa bahay mo. Mas marami ka pang ini-spend na time with your coworkers and your boss. So, ayun. Okay, so just to do a quick recap, para sa letter sender natin na si Lady in Red, wait lang baka kasi ma-misquote ko yung message niya. Sabi niya, si boss ko lagi nagchat-chat sa akin kahit alanganing oras or kahit Sunday. Feeling ko required sumagot, natatakot akong sabihan siya what to do. So yun yung tanong sa atin ni Lady in Red. In summary, what we've discussed so far is, first and foremost, you need to do a temperature check. Kailangan mong i-check kung ano ang culture na meron sa organization. Is this a workplace where ang focus talaga is grind and doing otherwise would be detrimental to your career, on your promotion, or eventually where you want to go? Next, communication is key. Alam ko makulit tayo sa aspect na to, but yes, totoo siya. Very important that you communicate your limits. You communicate until where you can factor in or accommodate requests. And siguro pangatlo is a clear decision sa ating lahat na nag-work kung anong klase ng trato ang gusto nating gawin sa atin sa work, especially on this. Particularly in this time, mas mulat na ang mga tao. We're more sensitive and we're more knowledgeable of the concept ng work-life balance. Wait, may comment si Lay. Sabi niya, Don't assume that your coworkers adjust with your norms. Set boundaries, baka nakakasakit ka na pala. Yes, magsisipag ka lang naman sa work, di ba? Pero kasi hindi mo pwedeng how do you say it? Hindi mo pwedeng ilagay sa parehong panukat yung mga kasama mo sa work doon sa how you do work. Ang hirap na i-require sila kasi may ibang pinagdadaanan yung mga yan or may may ibang life na binubuhay, may ibang role sila. So it would be very very difficult to just impose sa kanila. Yun ay kung leader kayo. Pero syempre, I think sa case ni Lady in Red, isa siyang receiver ng command. So it's very important for you to decide if this is the type of life na magkakaroon ka. And para sa mga boss, paalala lang din na let's be more sensitive, let's be more considerate, and realistic. Ako nga, ang style ko, hindi talaga ako nangungulit kapag after work. Lalo na kapag rest day. Hindi talaga. Bakit? Kasi, noted. Natamaan ba? Nagigilty rin naman ako every now and then. Pero yun yung mga sinasabi ko. Nag-i-invest ako na kapag on a regular day or hanggat kaya, hindi ako nagngungulit, hindi ako tumatawag, hindi ako nagte-text. Kasi, gusto ko kapag tumawag ako, alam ng mga kausap ko or ng ine-expect kong kausap na, oh wait, hindi pala tawag si boss. Hindi naman niya ako usually tinatawag pag Sunday or hindi naman siya usually nagtatanong kapag ganitong after work na. So maybe this is something important. And, di ba? Kung sakasakali, sagutin ka nila. Dahil alam nila na hindi ka naman abusive, so to speak. Although, I would also not excuse myself kasi kahit na may ganitong style na ako ng pag-lead ng people, hello yan, hi V, sinong namimiss ko? Meron pa rin mga instance where meron akong tinext, hindi sumagot. Ang ginawa ko, tinawagan ko yung usualing kasama niya. Walang pick up. Tumawag ako ng isa pa. Nakalimang call na ako, walang sumagot. So, okay. Sige, gets. Malamang either nasa mga lakad tong mga to or what. Pero kinabukasan, what I did is I sent an email sa lahat ng team members ng pabiro pero to emphasize my leadership style. Sinabi ko sa kanila, guys, I hope na-appreciate ninyo na hindi ko style ang mangulit kapag after office hours or kapag rest day. But I hope on those rare instances where I ask of you or call you, sumagot kayo. Hi, Angelo. Kirsey Official, hello. Jana, hello. Ang caveat ko nun or ang pahabol ko sa kanila na joke is, grabe kapag pala, kakatok ako. Sabi ko, grabe pag pala nasaksak ako tapos naghihingalo ako. Now I know hindi ko kayo pwedeng tawagan kasi wala, mahahandusay na lang ako doon. Hahanap ako ng ibang tatawagan. So, nag-gets nyo ba? And then after nun, in fairness naman, nagbago yung team. Nag-gets nila na, ay, oo nga, no? So, even on that na dapat mag-work na yung style na yon, again, communication is key. Kung hindi ko kinommunicate sa team yon, inassume ko na naintindihan nila, iba pala. Diba? Sabi ni Lay dito, as a leader, kung tatawag ka naman, wag puro work. Oo naman, kamustahin mo muna. O tangin mo, okay lang ba ang tawagan ka? Nasa bahay ka na ba? Nakauwi ka na ba? Diba? Tama naman. Thank you once again guys sa pagtatap-tap. Uy, nasa 29.1 thousand likes na tayo. Maraming salamat po. And I hope guys, meron naman tayong na pulot kahit papaano sa episode recording natin. Once again guys, we are now recording via the TikTok live platform, but the edited version of this recording will be uploaded in our Spotify account under the Office Ninja Podcast, and we are also available in YouTube via the Office Ninja channel. On a regular basis, every new episodes is released every Sunday. Yun yung regular episode. But the live recordings, the more refined, edited. Sabi ko nga, di ba, balahura tayo ngayon sa live. Pero pag inedit na natin yan, syempre may mga cut-cut na siya. This one, we upload every Monday naman. Additional lang sa mga listeners natin kasi hindi lahat may Spotify. So, ina-upload ko rin siya sa personal Facebook channel ko. So, once again, maraming salamat po sa mga nag-support. I really appreciate. Kanina umabot tayo ng as high as 167. Nasa recording naman yan. Syempre yung mga pasaway, hindi naman natin maiiwasan yan. I-edit out na lang natin. So, maraming salamat guys. Hope to see you again on Friday para sa episode 3 ng live recording natin. We do this every Friday, itong format na to. But on a regular basis guys, from Monday to Thursday, kung available din naman, we do live, kwentuhan lang, and at the same time, we play your song requests, anything under the sun. Okay? So once again guys, thank you very much. As always, for our constant reminder under this podcast, please always prioritize your inner peace. See you again on the next episode, ninjas. Bye!